Hello everyone, welcome to today's live session. So guys, let's quickly take a look at this video that the Nigerian police has come out to debunk, saying that it is fake. This guy spoke with all confidence that he saw military helicopter coming down somewhere in Anambra State, and he said the exact place where this military helicopter was said to have landed was an area where the Fulanis are said to be camping in Anambra State. And he was speaking very assuredly that he was calling on other people around that area to quickly enter the bush to confirm what he's saying. But guess what? The Nigerian police has come out to say, no, nothing like that happened. Guys, places like the Southeast that used to have all these headlines that people always come out to say they are fake, many times like the military can put out some things, say, oh, this happened in the Southeast, and you will get to look at the image critically only for you to see that that image has been reused before now on the social media. They will just use old images and say, oh, this was found in the Southeast, this was found in the Southeast, and all that. So even when the police came out debunking this, some people still tend not to believe the police, thinking that what this guy is saying, there might be fact attached to it. Now I'm going to play this video of what this guy said, how he saw this helicopter, and he was even like talking about his location and where it actually happened, calling on others to quickly enter the bush to confirm what he was saying. Now take a listen.
Olu 2 minutes. Not knowing not landing melo. May fortunately me ba we senili. Nezi anya ko senizili. Potabazi gutuba kuma mu nchi ba boso. Obulu pure helicopter ndi army. This is my 2 to 3 years now this side of Adaziketa. Afuntere modea. And ofia di eba nde Fulani na eba Fulani no eba fa kampula eba so Chineke ma ife fa bia meba ha bụ ndị army with their helicopter. Now ndị army Nigeria ada azọkwa ndị Igbo fada azọ the Easterners. Fada abia izo azo no gbugbu kafa abialo kafa na da abia kele Fabia for Operation Python dance abia for Ago dance Fabia for Ago dance Fabia for Isakaba dance Fabia for Isakaba dance Fabia for Surugede dance. So Obibia Fabia leba the suspicious Anama body DG of Adazin Nuku with the DG Nimo, all the securities here, Kafaga Nimo Fieba Malifa Jeje Dompo, and the Fulani Neba and Kabaswan Hausa Batago can also not between Nimo and Adazin Nuku. Okwa Kanado, because Ometuto no metutagimi. Ometutimi, ometutagisi, ometutagaro. Kaijilaka ezova no nwa eketa na ndị governors aya basigo kwa APC onwo prefefa ya emelai. Ewelugbo malife ka ewelu amalife fa jeje meba. Omero 2 minutes it all and the level omero 2 minutes ofenikwa I saw it with my 2 naked eyes. Ka ewelugbo ekwukwa m ka ọha biko inweta ya tụse ozi a tag ya ndị ya tag ka amalifa ya eme ife a egwu na-atụkwa m.
So guys, that's the video that this guy posted. But guess what? The Nigerian police has come out to say nothing like that happened in Anambra State. We all know with the security concern in Nigeria today, when you go to places like the Southeast, the youths are now combing the forests, the bushes, because all this while you've seen the women in Enugu State protesting that they can no longer go to the farm, that even if they go to the farm, their women are being raped and all kinds of mess up being done to them and all that. And they kept protesting. Little attention was given to them. And with all this school kidnap and all the issues happening in Nigeria, the youths in Igboland, they've taken it upon themselves, entering the bushes. You could hear this guy saying all the governors are now in APC, that they cannot help you, that they can't do anything for you. But guess what? The Nigerian police has come out to debunk this, which I'm going to show you. But Nigerians are still not taking this as, being the reality on ground. Police dismisses viral reports alleging military helicopter activity in Anambra State. And also you see it here, police dismisses rumor of military helicopter dropping objects in Anambra bush. This is the same video that you just watched, and a set location is also attached to this. Like you can see, this guy, like you've heard this guy, you've listened to him. He was speaking from a place of assuredly saying, oh, I saw it with my two naked eyes. And he was telling people to quickly go and check to confirm what he said. But the police is saying nothing like that happened. Anyway, guys, we know that the Southeast has always been, like, I don't even know if I would call it a black sheep, attention being given to the Southeast is not the kind of attention given to the terrorists who are terrorizing everywhere. So people believe that the military, the police are not there for the Southeast people. Like if you go to the Southeast, there are military checkpoints everywhere. But if you go to the North, where these terrorists are said to be moving from mosque to mosque, preaching extremism, you don't see checkpoints. These people move from houses to houses, telling people to believe in their own kind of doctrine. But you don't see checkpoints all over the places. Recently in Kebbi State, they were telling parents when to give their children out for marriage, 15 years, and putting a cap on bride price, that your child must be given out at the price of 1,500 naira, so that it will be easy for the terrorists to just marry them off, guys. But you hardly see these checkpoints. But in the Southeast, it's always like a concern for many Southeasterners, guys. The way the Southeast is always being looked at and all that. Now, this guy said the area where he saw this helicopter is an area where the Fulanis are said to be camping. Because anywhere people see Fulanis now, people are scared. People are afraid. Because even though they carry cows in the name of rearing their animals, at the end of the day, they are linked to all kinds of kidnapping. So people are actually reacting to this headline. This person here said this means that the Nigerian army is supplying arms and aids to terrorist bandits in our forests. You miserable set should be taken. Okay, you miserable set should be taken note of. Anyway, this is still to be proven. Like the Nigerian police is saying no, but this guy is saying Nigerians, the Southeasterners, should be on guard because he's not sure what that helicopter actually landed there, that it didn't take time. The helicopter landed and equally took off, but he was concerned as to why that landing. This is also a call for vigilance. Nigeria currently is not safe, and everybody should put in his or her own effort to make sure that the environment is safe. Now, this man is one of those running for a position in the NDC. He said, Nigerians, go and get your PVC. If you don't get your PVC, whether you are his sibling, he's from the Southeast, he said, whether you are his family member, you are from anywhere, he's not going to be listening to you, because the way things are going in Nigeria today, guys, we deserve something better. He says, moving forward, to my friends, family, followers, before you ask me for any financial help or assistance, you must show me your voter's card. The future is never shaped by those who remain neutral. It's shaped by those who choose to participate. If you desire better representation and stronger leadership, your first responsibility is to register to vote and secure your PVC. NDC most state rep aspirants, the mic reveals. So this is coming at the wake of all the concerns that we are having. Apart from that, Afenifere is backing Sunday Igboho. Afenifere is back Sunday Igboho, once against politicizing, fight against insecurity in Yoruba land, guys. This is a very strong message now. Just to tell you that waiting for the military, waiting for the police, you are making the biggest of mistake. People have applauded some groups in the Southeast who are now combing the forest. They don't have guns. They don't have all that. But they are asking for assistance. Now, Tinubu has gone ahead to approve state police, which, is receiving a very big backlash. People are saying he just wants to use it now that it's very close to election, because people have been clamoring for this, state police all this while, and they refuse to establish it. Now that elections are very close, Tinubu wants to do it. And the speed of light at which they want to sign all these things, people are wondering if it's really meant to benefit the masses, or is it for a political gain that they are seeking for. Don't forget that governors are said to be given authority to elect their own, or not elect, to appoint or choose, their own choice commissioner of police. So If you know anybody who can do the work for you, you go and look for the person. Even if the commissioner of police is from Borno State, you go and bring him to Imo State, or he's from Taraba State, you go and bring him to Bayelsa State. You have the right now to decide who you want to be your commissioner of police, and people are pointing to, oh, Tinubu really want to use this to hijack the whole system during the election. Also the federal government is moving now to add to the minimum wage, and all these things are being looked from the point of, oh, it's for election purposes. We saw that in Anambra, close to the election, they will increase workers' pay or quickly pay workers and add something for them, just to use it to manipulate people's mind. But that's not even the topic, guys. The level of insecurity in Nigeria, people are like worried over what is being seen. So a very, very bad Sunday Igboho, once again politicizing fight against insecurity in Yoruba land. So Sunday Igboho now is being backed by his people, saying we can no longer sit quiet. And that's why this video that this guy made, guys, if you just trash it to the bin, I don't think there is any wisdom to it. I think people should like, okay, this guy has made this video, and from what he said, he was saying it assuredly. I saw an helicopter. Now, you must have heard that the children in Oyo State who were kidnapped were said to have been airlifted by helicopter. It was not long after KB School's children were kidnapped that we also heard that they used helicopter to airlift them. And then recently we also heard that they used helicopter to give money to the terrorists who, during the payment of ransom that led to the release of those school children that were kidnapped in Kebbi State. That helicopter was used to lift money to the terrorists. So when it comes to helicopter, we have seen a lot. We have seen some of these helicopters in bushes, in forests, where Fulani headsmen were carrying armed gun, and you will see people coming out from this helicopter. So when this guy made this claim, I don't think it should just be dismissed outrightly as if nothing can be traced to it, guys. Now the police is saying nothing. Yes, it could be nothing, but I think Nigerians should also take their time to investigate things like this, or to like dig deep into things like this. You don't just dismiss it, because from the look of things, you can see that these Fulani headsmen or Fulani terrorists are being helped. The system helps them a lot. The system helps them, protects them. You hardly see them facing the law. You hardly see them being prosecuted for killing people. Now, places like Benue, they invade, they kill, they maim, they go, nobody is arrested, not even one. Nigeria is not that place that if the police means to arrest you, anywhere you can hide, the police will definitely catch up on you. But in Nigeria, these people will come, kill, maim, and not even one person will be apprehended and be shown to the public and say, this is the person who led the gang that came to Benue State or to Plateau State and killed. Recently, we saw that they entered a hospital in Plateau State and killed even the medical workers there. Guys, does it mean there was no CCTV in that hospital? Or is it, sometimes I don't even understand how Nigeria works anymore, guys. I mean, these people did not just kill the Benue, the Plateau people. They went to the hospital and began to kill people there. 22 people were buried. So when somebody is saying, I saw an helicopter, I think the police should take their time and dig deep. If you watch Arise TV, Rufai was asking about the explosion that happened in somewhere in Munshi. They said it's IED, this explosive that terrorists use, that explosion happened. The police did not even deem it necessary to come out to the public to at least be open and tell the public what kind of explosion, how did it even happen, what kind of investigation is going on, or if there's any conclusion already, what is happening. It was until Arise TV made that video that I now saw the police saying, okay, that it was just an ordinary explosion. But you've seen the video where a terrorist was saying Lagos is the next, that they are coming to Ikorodu, they are coming. A Fulani guy was seen making that video. Now, moving to Edo State, this group of Northerners were seen again carrying dogs. They were in a particular bus, and the people were raising alarm. Well, when you look critically, you see they are not typical Fulanis who are the ones who people are afraid of. A typical Hausa man, like we always say, are nice people. They are nice-hearted guys. But with the level of terrorism that has ravaged the north, and we don't see the Hausa speaking up as they suppose, it has made everybody to believe, oh, anybody from the north is a criminal. No, that's not the case. So these people were seeing, let me play the video so that you hear from the residents who intercepted their buses, and they were seeing like this, very clustered into a bus with their dogs. And
also when they keep farm for forest, they will drop their cross, they will kill them. See all of them, see their dog. All of them, so there's one boss, all of them, your school, they all inside one boss. Oh, Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria not be country again. Oh, see boss, we all of them, you enter. See boss, we all of them, you enter. I take contain them. See them. Oh, Nigeria not be country again. Nigeria not be country again. Oh, Jawegbe, the two pay me. Oh, see what they happen. See what they be walk carry enter Okoko forest. See them, see dog. I want to lie. I'm you. What in Agbele Maya? Wow. You take the level for now. Oh, at Nigeria not be country again. Oh. Me na see Ogo Togo. Me na see Ogo Togo. See Ogo Togo. I will get here. Me have your phone outside there. Oh, Nigeria. Oh, they want to finish everybody for Nigeria. They want to kill Nigerians. The Northerners want to kill the South. Oh,
so guys, that is it. This happened in Edo State, and people were like, how come people of this number carrying dogs and they want to enter their bush? You know, that if they meet a farmer in the bush, anything can happen. But my only concern is, I don't know how people from far away north will come to Edo State to hunt for meat. I don't still understand it. And even if they want to hunt in Edo State, I believe taking permission maybe from the state government or from the vigilante group, I don't even know how it works, but as in getting a form of permit that we want to enter this bush with the level of insecurity happening in Nigeria, I don't think people should just move from one state and just enter into another forest that belongs to another state, and you claim to be hunters. I don't really think it is nice, guys, especially people moving to other states finding themselves inside the bushes. When you move to a state, please be in the town. Be in the town where you'll be seen, your activities can be seen, not entering the bush. Because as it stands now, we know that the DSS gave Edo State intelligence that schools are at risk of being, invaded by terrorists and children being kidnapped. That was recently. And Edo State government was advised to close down some schools, which they equally did. And then you are seeing people from other states coming into your forest like this. I don't really think it makes sense, guys. The APC has collapsed everywhere. They've destroyed everything. People don't trust one another again in the country. I mean, that trust has been derailed, as in people are scared. When you are from the north, even you are very innocent, people now tend to see you as somebody who, poses threat to others just because of lack of leadership in this country. These people might actually be genuine hunters looking for daily meal, but just entering the state like that with all this number of dogs, guys, they were found in one bus. With all this number of boss, all these big men you are seeing here, their numbers, I don't even know how many they are. They were found inside one box with their dogs. And then people started raising alarm that they don't even know what they intended doing. You could hear the guy saying, oh, Nigeria is no longer a country. Nigeria is finished because of lack of confidence in the system. The system is working against some people and working for some people, guys. This is the security situation in Nigeria that this government has proven that they don't even know, how to manage the APC government. Now, this headline here, this is a reaction. Somebody reacted to one of these posts and then attached this image. This image is not a new image. I think this was a tweet in 2022. It says, in exchange for northern votes, Tinubu pledges to the Supreme Council for Sharia to expand the reach of Sharia to southern states if elected. With a Muslim ticket, Sharia law will be enacted and enforced in southwest, starting from Oyo and Ogun. Guys, this is not far from the reality. Since Tinubu became president, the clamor to have Sharia law in the southwest has been, on the high side. And many of the imams are in support. Many of the imams who we believe possibly they may have gotten their own share. They are now the ones The Yoruba Muslims are not known for violence. Origin, as in a typical Yoruba Muslim, does not believe in all this kill them, maim them, and all that. No, they believe in just that they are Islam. And that's why the northern Muslims do not even see the Yoruba Muslims as the authentic Muslims. And now in the Southwest, people are being forced to like accept Sharia or not. So when I came across this reaction, you know, I was like, this person actually reacted, but posted this tweet that was tweeted some years back, talking about under Tinubu, Sharia law is going to be allowed in the Southeast. And you see that the truth is not far from it. It's not far from it from what we are seeing today. The same thing Danjuma, the retired general, told Nigeria, that the armed forces are not neutral. They will collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movement, they cover up. If you are dependent on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. This is a retired general making this statement. That means he knows something you don't know. And that's why I keep saying that the video that the guy made in Anambra State, that he saw helicopter, shouldn't just outrightly be dismissed. It shouldn't just outrightly be dismissed. Now, you saw that in Lagos State, they intercepted army uniform. And people were wondering, army uniform in bulk number, as in people were wondering, why was it said to be heading to the Southeast? If you check the Southeast, even those who claim to be fighting for Biafra or the ESN, they hardly put on the Nigerian army uniform. And then we have seen terrorists in the north wearing this uniform as if it's water. They are not scared. As in almost all the operation, even the latest trending video that trended, where the police was saluting these terrorists, they were putting on the military garment. But when it was intercepted in Lagos, it was said to be heading to the Southeast, where for me, it is not even needed there. But in the north, where the Fulani terrorists are maximizing the use of the Nigerian military camouflage, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I was like, how come? Because even today now, you hardly see people terrorizing the Southeast and then they are putting army uniform, except the Fulanese terrorists that walk along that Enugu-Onitsha Express Road. They've been kidnapping people there. But in the north, where these terrorists, you see them on TikTok, they are fully kitted with this camouflage belonging to the military. I tried to understand why it was being said that those camouflage, you saw the number, these were in big bags, but they said they were headed for the Southeast. So the Southeast, who is going to use it there? Is it those who said they are Biafrans that don't even want to touch the Nigerian military uniform? Or who actually is going to use those uniforms there in the Southeast? I don't know if you understand my argument. So when I saw that, I was like, I don't even know if these uniforms were actually meant for the Southeast. Is it that they discovered the actual direction it was going and decided to use the Southeast? Because the Southeast is always in the news for the wrong reason. Now, this is what is currently happening. Yesterday, we talked about the Nigerian government trying to enroll or recruit some of the repentant Boko Haram members. And now, news has it that 40 names have already been shortlisted. You know what it means to be shortlisted, meaning that they've been confirmed to be enlisted in the Nigerian army, and now they are waiting to undergo medical checkups in Borno State, guys. This country is gone. You know, these are the things we are talking about. These people we kill, maim, destroy, and at the end of the day, guys, how did we even get to this point? All these things are coming as leaks. The Nigerian government cannot come publicly to tell you that, okay, we are enrolling so and so number of repentant Boko Haram members into the military. No. People are leaking this information, and Nigerians are reacting, seeing what kind of government. See how Don Azza, what he said about this. Say, Tinubu, how can you sit back and watch Nigeria completely fall apart like this? The way things are going, we might not have any country left to pass down to our children. And that is just it. Guys, can you imagine that terrorists who have fought against the Nigerian army? We were just raising alarm. It was just an alarm yesterday when we heard that there is a leak to possibly the media houses that some group of terrorists who are said to have been repented or, or granted amnesty or rehabilitation are being enrolled. And the soldiers were panicking. The soldiers, those normal soldiers who are the ones fighting at the forefront, they were panicking that they are scared for their lives, how they are going to be working side by side with terrorists whom they have once fought against, whom have slain their fellow soldiers, have injured them, have invaded their military bases, have carted away with their armory, have destroyed the military vehicles. They were wondering, how is it going to be said that these same people are the people we are working with? Will they not be leaking our intelligence? They said they want to recruit them into active duty, active. And so you will not be there as a dummy. You will be involved into the real system that fights terrorism, only for us to wake up to this news saying 40 repentant Boko Haram terrorists shortlisted, meaning these ones are already confirmed and they are now going to be undergoing medicals in Borno State, guys. Nigerians, the whole system is messed up, the whole system. Number one is, let's be frank, the Nigerian military needs more boots. They need more boots on the ground. And because of all the videos that have been going, people have got to know that they are not being well paid, not being well fed, and they are overstretched. As in, you'll be on the battlefront, you might not even go to visit your family, as in, you will just keep fighting for a long time before you'll be brought home for a recess or rest. So with all these things, Nigerians do not want to join the military. People are running away. And possibly the only option they have now is to start bringing back those who have once fought against them into the military, guys. This news has made a whole backlash on the social media. People have been reacting to it, saying, oh, so we have gotten to this point that repentant terrorists are said to have been confirmed to join the military. 40 repentant Boko Haram terrorists allegedly shortlisted in the 2026 Nigerian Army recruitment undergoes medical checkup. This is the saddest news ever in human history. That's what this person is saying. This is the saddest news ever in the human history. Parafact also said it. 40 repentant Boko Haram terrorists shortlisted for 2026 Nigerian Army recruitment undergo medical checkup in Borno. So many Nigerians have been reacting, guys, because see, if these people were to be from the southeast, they can never make it to the military. In short, you can imagine that these southeasterners, like the ESN, they invaded military bases, killed soldiers. The latest we saw recently, they removed their heads. They have caused a whole lot of problem for the Nigerian military. They've carted away weapons. Why are we having shortage of weapons today? The defense minister came out to say that it's because of the war in Iran and Russia. That is why we have shortage of weapons. But they don't even account for how many weapons have been carted away by terrorists each time they invade our Nigerian military bases. You can Google to know how many times our Nigerian military bases have been invaded by these terrorists just this year. I'm not talking about since Tinubu became president. Let's not even go to when Buhari became president. Let's just Google for this year. And then you try to find out how many soldiers have been unalived. We are not talking about the IEDs, those explosives they plant on the way of our military men. While they are moving on their convoy, the thing will explode and will catch up with many of them. The same people who did all this harm to the country, to the nation, they are the ones being pushed to join the military, guys. And my fear, to be sincere, is that once they join the military, all these ones, some of them will be sent to the southeast, where you will see the military raining hell on the community. If anything happened to, maybe their vehicle was burnt somewhere, you will see them go into the community and begin to rain havoc in the southeast. Guys, so these are some of the things that people see and they feel Nigeria has failed them. When a particular ethnic group is seen to be, at the receiving end, while the others are not touched, even despite the level of criminality they've been involved in. So this has a lot to say about the kind of leadership we have under Buhari. Under a southern president, all these things are happening, under a southern president.
40 repentant Boko Haram shortlisted for 2026 Nigerian Army recruitment undergoes medical checkup in Boroni Hospital. Hey, Jesus, what's going on? I'm short of words. I don't want to talk. Just read the thing again, and ask yourself question. What is going on? Why are we treating Boko Haram like God? What is going on? It's okay. Drop your comments. Thank you. 40 repentant Boko Haram shortlisted for 2026 Nigerian Army recruitment undergoes medical checkup in Boroni Hospital. Hey, Jesus, what's going on? I'm short of words. I don't want to talk. Just read the thing again, and ask yourself question. What is going on? Why are we treating Boko Haram like God? What is going on? It's okay. Drop your comments. Thank you.
So, guys, you've seen it. That is the reality of what is happening in Nigeria
40.
today. They are undergoing medical checkup in the hospital. You know, undergoing medical checkup in the hospital. Hey, what are we not going to see? Have you forgotten the one of the Nigerian, is it a general, who came out to say one day a Boko Haram member will become the president of Nigeria? And it's gradually becoming like close to reality. If these people can join the military, one day you hear they are the chief of defense staff. They are the chief of defense staff, and their allegiance is to their group and to their religion. The allegiance of people who have fought with the Boko Haram, you can't tell me is for a normal society. No, it's for their group and for the religion they believe, to the extremism they are professing. So that tells you how hard things are. It's nice to see that Federal Workers Forum fought Tinubu over insecurity hardship, planned June 29 nationwide protest. So these are some of the things that we want to see: the hardship, insecurity. You can't leave your house early in the morning again to go to work because you are scared of, one thing or the other happening to you because of the level of insecurity. Nigerians are not daft and brainless. Rufai Oseni reacts to police claim that motorcyclists with sophisticated weapon in viral video were vigilantes, not terrorists, guys. The Nigerian police has been. That's why I said when the Nigerian police came out to debunk that Southeast video, guys, you don't just totally agree with what they are saying. You don't. They might be right, but you don't just outrightly say, okay, the police have said it. The same police saw terrorists moving in droves and were being greeted by 2 Nigerian policemen. And then that video went viral. Nigerians were like, how did we get to the point that the security men who were supposed to open fire against those terrorists were now like saying, we're done. The Nigerian police quickly came out to say they were vigilantes, and people began to show images from that video that these people were wearing military camouflage. When did vigilantes start wearing military camouflage? Apart from wearing military camouflage, they were also carrying sophisticated weapons that our Nigerian military does not. So a typical Nigerian soldier doesn't have, or hasn't used, or hasn't seen. You need to see some of those images that emerge from the video, guys. Now, Rufai Oseni is challenging the Nigerian police. How did we get to the point that you are saying that that image did not come from those, that those people are not terrorists, that they are vigilantes? Which vigilante carries sophisticated weapon, and which vigilante, wears Nigerian military camouflage? The Nigerian military camouflage is not allowed to be shared with anybody, no matter who you are. That's why when they see ordinary people wearing it, they want to like buy the person. which nobody is in support of, because we want them to direct their anger on the terrorists who are terrorizing Nigerians, not when people wear military camouflage, because it makes no sense. In other parts of the world, you see people wear all these things. It does not make sense. It does not. They don't see it as a threat, and their countries are safe. But in Nigeria, where terrorists can come out, make video of the next location they are going, and nothing will happen to them. When an ordinary citizen wears a camouflage, the person goes through serious beating from this military and intimidation and all that. Now, these people were seen wearing it, and people were like, when did vigilantes start sharing uniform with the Nigerian police?
I've said it on this program severally. I detest the dog whistling of an entire ethnic group in Nigeria. And let's call a spade what it is. It's becoming one too many that we want to consistently and continuously scapegoat the Igbo ethnic tribe in Nigeria.
So this guy is not even a Nigerian, but he was seen in this video talking about how the Igbos are being scapegoat, in Nigeria. Just like what we've talked about that video, when it has to do with the Southeast, you must have seen many headlines being put forward there by the Nigerian army. Oh, we recovered this, we recovered, even in the midst of this insecurity happening in the North, where the focus is in the Southeast, and people are wondering why. Recently, a group of lawyers had to petition, I don't know if it's the IG of police or is it the military, over so many checkpoints in the Southeast, guys. From here to here, if you go to Bridgehead now to buy goods that you want to go to, like Mpo, to go and sell, you are going to come across how many checkpoints, and you are going to be giving money at all those checkpoints. By the time you get to your destination, the gain you are going to get from those things have drastically reduced. We know how much they make from all these checkpoints in a year. Recently, there was this headline, how much these military checkpoints make in 1 year, running in billions, guys, just from petty traders. And that's what they enjoy doing. While terrorists are taking over the North, now we have resorted to bringing in repentant Boko Haram members into the military, which is not going to help the country in any way, guys.
Nigeria, and it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable because there is a history of violence targeted at that group since 1953 in our country. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Call a spade what it is. It's becoming one too many that we want to consistently and continuously scapegoat the Igbo ethnic tribe in Nigeria, and it's unacceptable. It is unacceptable because there is a history of violence targeted at that group since 1953 in our country. Listen, Caesar, a meeting was held in Lagos, not necessarily a meeting, in Parliament. Anthony Nahoro moved a motion for the independence of Nigeria. The North opposed that motion, and at the train station, when they were going back to their constituency, they met a crowd that was essentially mocking them. They got back to the North. Chief Akintola led a tour across the North, to campaign essentially for the independence, to rally the North in support of Nigerian independence. Guess what happened after that? Riots broke out in northern parts of Nigeria, particularly in Kanu, where over 240 Igbos were massacred. Were they the ones that demanded for Nigeria to have an independence at that time? In 1966, particularly in May, months before the Civil War happened, thousands of them were massacred across northern cities, and they had to flee to the east for safety because thousands of them were indiscriminately killed for what they knew nothing about, right? So let's not even talk about the Civil War and the hundreds of thousands that were massacred, and the fact that after 1970, this entire ethnic group had to start from the scratch again to begin to build their lives. And Caesar, look at what they have done since 1970.
Well, I'm going to stop it here. Why I decided to play these videos because it also like try to agree with what I'm saying about how the military looks at the Southeast, guys. How they look at the Southeast. I think these people should start uniting the country. They are rather dividing this country the more with some of their actions. It tends to divide the country and not build the country. And he's trying to say that the Igbos are always being targeted in the wrong direction just because they are Igbos. Now, there is this headline. I just wanted to feature this headline that talked about Peter Obi's security vehicles that he gave to them. during his tenure, because the governor of Nasarawa State came out to say Peter Obi didn't do anything about security. The Oshomole came out to attack Peter Obi, but Peter Obi, the state, Anambra State was said to be the safest state under Peter Obi's leadership. Anambra State, the police made it. That post was on Twitter yesterday. Just I forgot to feature it here. Like you can see, this person say Governor Sule claimed security was catastrophic under Peter Obi. Yet, here is Peter Obi handing over vehicle to security operatives during his tenure. Even former Army General has testified that Anambra was the safest state in Nigeria under his leadership, as he invested heavily in securing the state. Peter Obi was the one that demolished houses of kidnappers and all that. Peter Obi gave security operatives, vehicles to ensure that, even in communities, he gave them, like those vigilantes, he gave them vehicles to make sure that everywhere was safe. Now, there is also a report talking about Sunday Igbo's group have come under attack by some supposed, Fulani groups in the southwest. This is a breaking news. So you can see that Twitter has covered this image. I wouldn't want to open it because it has to do with one of his people who got a gunshot. So this headline is new, and one of the latest headlines is several injured as suspected bandits ambush Sunday Igbo's security team in Oyo Forest. So this is now, I think the battle is going to be more severe at this time, because if you are trying to drive away terrorists out of your land and then the terrorists turn around to fight you, I think they are just calling for war. At this time, you see that these people came prepared. See, with what has happened in the north, should be a lesson to every Nigerian. Nobody is here to preach hate. But guess what? The Fulanis came as brothers to the north, and the northerners accepted them, the Hausas. But today, that same northerners are nowhere. As in, you don't find them in leadership positions. You don't find them to be one governor. You don't find them to be the emirs. All the places where the voices that speak for the north are, you hardly see them. And the worst part is that the Hausas are so quiet, so silent, that you could see them being kidnapped, raped, and all that. But they cannot even speak up. They can't even come to the social. All this terrorism, there's 16 military generals that were killed. Go and check. They are mostly Hausa men. The top 16 military generals that have been killed under Buhari and Tinubu's government during this APC-led government, they are all mostly, let me not say all, but they are mostly Hausa men. The Hausas have suffered more casualty, guys, from these Fulanis, and they keep suffering it today. Look at Zamfara. Since they found gold in Zamfara, Zamfara has known no peace. The Fulanis are coming in, attacking the Hausas, trying to take over. Tomorrow now you see that the Fulanis are the dominant, resident of Zamfara, because of all this war. You see all these kidnaps you see them doing now. The result is coming in no distant time, like in 10-20 years now. You see that the Hausas, their population will start shrinking, because these people are being attacked on a daily basis. Now, the APC chairman that died in captivity just 2 days ago, he's an Hausa man from Kebbi State. But the Fulanis held him in captivity until he died with his friend. Elderly men. All those people they kidnapped from southern Kaduna, are they not the Hausas? Are they not the northerners? But the Fulanis will come in, kidnap them, and enter the bushes. This is just the system there. And the government is looking at them as if they are so powerful. Now, look at Sunday Igboho that has come out, because Sunday Igboho feels Tinubu is not doing much. The military is not helping. The police is not helping. And he wants to do it himself with his men. But see what they are seeing now. Several injured as suspected bandits ambushed Sunday Igboho security team in Oyo Forest, guys. So this is going to instigate more problem. More problem coming, guys. Now take a look at this.
Selfish, greedy people. You don't expect a thief not to steal. You don't expect a wicked person to be nice. Somebody that can kill to get power. You want him to give you life when he gets it. And we are men of God. We can't run for politics. We can't run for election. And we've been telling you to vote. You refuse to vote. Then you are not blaming us. How many of you voted in the last election? You don't know that if everybody votes, they can rig. If everybody votes, they cannot rig. Let me tell you how they rig elections. Very simple. I worked with a presidential candidate in one of the top parties in this country. If 100 people register to vote in a polling unit, if 98 of the people vote, they cannot rig it. They can only have 2 votes because the number of votes cannot be more than the number of people that register in that place. Are you getting it now? So if 100 people vote, register to vote, only 20 come to vote. You have given the politician latitude of 80. So if they lose the election by 10, they can add 30 from those that didn't vote. So the number, they are still within the same margin. Are you hearing me now? It's part of the strategy that they do in campaign offices. If everybody who can vote in Nigeria comes out on election day to vote, you know they have to do election for 3 days. But they know you will not come. They've planned with your vote. Because you're not voting your back, they will vote on your behalf. Want to change Nigeria? Let all of us come and vote.
That's it. If you want to change Nigeria, everybody come and vote, guys. That's a powerful message from a pastor. Come out and vote. Go get your PVC. It's not enough for you to hear all this news and then you keep quiet. Support your siblings, your families to ensure they have. See, it's from frying pan to fire. You see them from frying pan to fire. That's what we have now. So if you want the narrative to change for, from where we are now to a better Nigeria, go get your PVC. Go get your PVC, guys. Go get your PVC. See people you can encourage them to go get their PVC. Those you can support them to go get their PVC. Let's rally around and ensure we have our PVC ready to vote out the APC. INEC is trying its best to make sure they help Tinubu in 2027, frustrating Nigerians from registering and all that. But let's be determined, guys. This is how we are going to do it. Even after voting, don't allow your vote to be taken away, as in that's your voice. So these terrorists were seen stranded. You can see they run out of fuel, they run out of petrol, they run out of whatever they are using to run their bikes, and see them pushing their bikes, covering their faces, guys. And this person here tweeted saying, this is a good sign. When they can't find gas, it hinders their progress, and it's easy to track them down and wipe them out. So you can imagine if the military can also focus on logistics. Who supplies them the diesels, the fuel, the whatever, the gas, whatever they use to run their system. Look at them carrying their guns, but their bikes can no longer move, because they ran out of fuel. So this is one of the things that made me to say, you can imagine in Oyo State when those students were kidnapped. Yes, those terrorists came with bike, but you can imagine if the community people had run after them. It will get to a point, no matter how far they run, they will run short of gas, or their bikes may stop on the road and all that. It might develop faults. So you can imagine if they were able to get at least 1 or 2 of those kidnappers, it would have provided a lot of information as regards to further investigation. But that wasn't the case. Those terrorists came in. This is how they move with bikes when they are going to kidnap. They move with all these bikes, go get their victims and put them in the bike, run into the forest and tie them somewhere. So this person was like, if these people can be seen being being frustrated, you see how frustrated they are, not knowing what to do. They had no option than to push their bikes. Look at them with their guns and their motorcycles, looking for where next, maybe the nearest fuel station. And as they are now, they can boldly just go to a fuel station to buy fuel because they don't have fear for the system, no fear for the military, no fear for the government. You see, as they are walking like this, you don't be surprised they are going to a fuel station and they will buy it safely and leave. This is the reality of Nigeria today, how terrorists are moving about without any fear of being arrested or being imprisoned, as in there's no fear in them. And they've been doing it and, succeeding. Now, Tinubu's wife has come under fire for coming out to say that there are petty businesses Nigerians can do. People have always called her out because of her daughter that lives in the UK, that only the ring on her hand, how much it was and all that. I believe that by the time Tinubu and his wife leave Spa, they will be the richest people in Nigeria. Tinubu and his wife. The wife told us then that they didn't have, was it not Shetima's wife that she said she borrowed money to buy form? If you can remember, before the election, they said they borrowed money from Shetima's wife to buy form. And then later again, she said, oh, we don't need your money, that we had it before we came and all that. But today now, they said Tinubu has not implemented the budget for like how many, since he came in, those budgets are not running because the money meant for those budgets are not seen. The question remains, where is he keeping the money? What are they using the money for? Remember, the custom will come and say, we exceeded our target. This one will come and say, we exceeded our target. Where are the money going? You exceeded your target, but Nigerians can't see the money. You are tasking Nigerians. People should pay taxes. Tax. Where is the money? All the borrowed funds. Where is the money? Now, people have been reacting to the wife of Tinubu for coming out to say, just listen.
We're trying to give hope, and to start akara business doesn't take a lot of money. To start roasting corn, or somebody even said about grant, you see, they're saying that kuli doesn't take much. We didn't give them a loan. We gave it to them as a grant. So we've encouraged Nigerians as best as we could. What is within our hands, I have given, and I keep giving, and those are the things we've done. I remember giving for TB. When I heard there's so much TB cases, I gave 2 billion. To breast cancer, I gave 1 billion. To food malnutrition, I gave 500 million. So those are the things we've been doing, and making sure we can make sure that whatever this government is trying to do, that it will see the light of the day. So in agric we've done, in social investment we have, in education we've given a little bit of scholarship, ICT training, and with NIDA. So, and all those are things, and we are still open, still want to do more. The narrative has really changed, has changed to challenge the average man, whereas the average man is supposed to have hope. So I like the idea that Mr. President said, this is the renewed hope agenda. We have to renew our hope. And that's how we renew our hope, and that's what I have to tell Nigerians.
Thank you very much.
They don't give up, just keep. We're a very proud nation.
Nigerians. Nigerians, pursue this family of poverty out of this country. Pursue this family out of pursue this poverty family out of power in 2027. Pursue this family out. Pursue this family out. Don't say you're not told, though. Say, make that mama go to sell akara and kuli and roasted corn. She gave grants for women. To empower women is to sell akara, roasted corn, abado, ewa. And see how serious she's saying it. You see that she doesn't even know. These people lack it. Yes, empty. They're empty. How do you falter? See how she's saying with all innocence that, I give them that to answer akara. Kuli. This is it's actually funny, but it is actually scary when you dip it into understand that this is actually the first lady of the country telling that the women should go and start akara business in 2026, going to 2027. Our women should go and start akara business, selling corn. You hear there's TB, you gave 2 billion. Where did you get that money from? We had the one that said prior to last election that you borrowed money from Shetima's wife or so. That you didn't have money. You're not giving 2 billion. When did the office of First Lady, who budgeted that money for you? Where did you get the money from? That's a question for another day. But look at how this family are looking at Nigerians. Look at how this party, this all progressive Congress, Association of Poverty Controllers, look at where they have kept Nigerians. Look at they were sharing bread in Ekiti State. So now if you say, okay, I get the maths now. Okay, I get it now. Okay. Throw them bread and pass on them to make akara. When you catch bread, you buy akara, you make Nigerian burger. What? Wow! Innovation! Wow! I did not see it. Sorry, I did not see it. I didn't notice it. My bad. Oh, it's on me. I'm sorry. Madam, I'm sorry, I beg. It didn't click. It didn't click. Now I see what you're doing. Okay. So when campaign reach, you stone them bread. You've created the women that will buy akara. That sell akara for them. Nigerian burger, big ups. Okay, now I'm seeing. Now I'm seeing. No wonder nnamdi came out and said there's no hunger in the land. What are we saying? They're giving women akara to sell a cheap akara and kuli and corn on the road. Okay, Nigerians. Now well done, eh? Continue. Just remember that this is actually the very best of this family you're seeing now. This is the very best. You don't want to see their worst. You don't want to see their worst. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Before you can see your mama, they sell akara for road. Your mama, they say kuli for road. Go and get your PVC. I don't talk my own.
So, guys, my concern is not even the akara issue. Yes, some women will be fine with akara frying, you know. Some women will be fine with, you know, doing plantain and beans, fried plantain and beans business. Some people will be fine with that. There are people who don't even have money to feed. They will be fine with that. My only concern, my only worry is that of the Nigerian youths. In this world of AI, guys, have you seen some of our Nigerian youth, especially some of them from the Southeast, they will construct vehicles from nothing, from scrap, as in they will just go to the dustbin and pick up things and come back, build real vehicles that move. There's this guy that carries his parents and his siblings in his own. Guys, when you see some of these things, I don't know if you are wowed, as in seeing people, most of them coming from very poor background. We also have some of them from other parts of Nigeria. It's not as if it's just the Southeast, but sometimes when you look at what Nigerian youths are building, guys, can you imagine if this country had taken technology serious in the last 5 years or since Buhari came in? By now, go to India and see. India used to be one of that worst environment, very bad environment because of the poverty level. But when they saw tech as an opportunity, they grabbed it. Go to the US, many of the billionaires there are from India, and they are hiring, they are coming to their country, building big offices and hubs, you know, IT hubs, empowering their people. Now the US, when they want to hire, they are looking for Indians. Guys, so there are a lot of opportunity, but see where the Tinubu's wife is thinking. Look at the direction of her thinking. It's only on frying akara. That's to tell you that we don't have people who are tech driven. I don't even know who are their special advisors. They don't have people who tell them what the world is all about today. AI is changing the narrative, as in people are supposed to be trained, and it does not even take much to train people on AI today. Just get them seated, because some people, if you tell them to self-learn, it's a bit difficult for them. But you can imagine if we have centers where people are admitted to come and learn these things free of charge, as in across the states or in every local government. It will not even take anything much to pay for some of these apps and train Nigerians. In every local government, you have AI centers, you have tech centers where you train people, guys. You will see how this poverty we are talking about will gradually be dropping. It's because we don't have youths that are empowered. People who even graduated come out and they struggle to get work. They will tell you that people graduate without a skill, employable skills. And then you will suffer in the university. Your parents will sell all they have. You will come out, you will still not be that fit to be employed. But the Tinubu's government, we have a young guy who is the one in charge of digital economy, Minister of Communication and Digital Economy. A very young man. I heard he has a strong tech background. But I'm thinking, why is he not working together with the Minister for Youth? Sure, we have Minister of Youth, guys. Do we even have? I don't know. Do we have? If we have, please let me know. But you see, these ministries can come together. That of youth will come with that of digital economy. Two of them will say, okay, what can we be doing for the Nigerian people? They don't think that way. All they want is, we want to remain in power. Tinubu 2031. Tinubu. They don't have any real transformation roadmap for the Nigerian people. And that's why we keep saying Peter Obi will be the next president. Peter Obi might not be techie, but Peter Obi knows how to set up teams, even in areas he knows he cannot really manage well. Peter Obi has very strong youth-driven, followers. Tell me why they will not be able to come up with strategies to make sure Nigerians are tech-inclined if he becomes president. So you don't think about people like this, that they have anything to give to the Nigerian people. They don't have anything, guys. So we've already seen this, that Sunday Igbohu, several injured as suspected bandits ambush Sunday Igbohu's convoy in Oyo State. Now, this one here says another new terrorist group has emerged from Kebbi State. The name is Sai Malam Fulani terrorist group. So we talked about this yesterday, but I'm getting to know that it's a Fulani group. You know, these groups are different. Like Boko Haram is another ethnicity. Then Fulani is another group of people. Then just they have different this thing, background. You also have a swap, you have the Karawa, and now we are seeing Sai Malam. This is a Fulani terrorist group. The only thing northern Nigeria contributes to the Nigerian economy is terrorist group. Perhaps an award should be given to them as the region that specializes in as a region that specializes in producing terrorist groups, guys. We have a lot of them. The ones that we don't even know their names, guys, exist in Nigeria. And people are wondering, the same region.
Nigeria, now today produce terror. Just in, we don't get another terrorist group where emerged from Kebbi State. They say their name na Sai Malam. So the only contribution where northern Nigeria gets to offer Nigeria, now today produce terrorists. Not only us, we get BH, we get, I don't begin call their names because this platform sometimes not they like them. But the only thing we contribute, give this country, terrorist groups. So far, all the terrorist groups where they disturb this country, where they disturb the peace of this country, are all from the north. Their origin now from north. And when people talk, say now northern Nigeria be the problem of Nigeria, when I go reverse. Where is the lie now? Where is the lie? Just in, we don't get.
So, guys, you can see Nigerians are saying terrorist groups in Nigeria, they just keep emerging like a money in our water, as if we don't have a government, we don't have a system. As little as Ghana is, they don't have, I don't think they have one that is troubling, one terrorist group that is troubling Ghana. Because if anything like that arises, Ghanaians will all go out against them. No, it's not as if Ghana doesn't have Muslims. They have Muslim communities. They have Fulanis in Ghana. The Fulanis in Ghana cannot even carry their cow and parade the city like we see in Abuja, a whole FCT. But you see these people, they will still come out. Recently in Kanu, people were like, looking and watching moments Fulani terror, let me not call them terrorists because they were carrying their cows, because some of them are normal herders. But they were seen in the city. Guess what? They were carrying guns inside the city, guys. Tell me what else can be terrific than that for a child that has never seen people just carrying gun like that. And now, look at it. Another group. This one now is Fulani group in Nigeria. Nigeria is really a safe haven for them. They can't do it in other African countries. It's only in Nigeria. Look at South Africa, that Nigerians are, look at what they were doing to Nigerians in South Africa, guys. Have you seen it? What they were doing to Nigerians in South Africa. Because they now look down on us that we don't even have leadership. We don't have leadership. People who have spent all their years in South Africa were sent back to their country to go and start from scratch. You leave your businesses. Some of them, their businesses were looted. Some people were unalived because they feel Nigeria, what will Nigeria do? Nothing. Till today, did we do anything? Nothing. So Nigeria is just being embattled by terrorist groups because they feel we don't have leadership. A whole Tinubu that claims he's a master strategist. Now, there's no strategy. Fighting security, no strategy. Economy, no strategy. Even the infrastructure, Buhari started borrowing money. If you ask Buhari, where is all the money going? Say infrastructure. I want to leave a legacy in infrastructure. Where are the infrastructure today? What can you point to that Buhari built that is really serving the people today and making real money? Because the essence of borrowing is for you to invest it somewhere so that in return you get more money that moves your country forward. The APC borrowed and borrowed under Buhari, and Nigerians were thinking Nigeria was going to sink, only for Tinubu to come in now and even borrowed more than Buhari, joined together with other presidents. Tinubu have exceeded all of them. He really deserves an award. And what we have ended up, the only thing we've achieved today in Nigeria is the multiplication of more terrorist groups in the country, because there is no powerful force that is curtailing them. They are all going out, from one group to another. When you have Bello Tuji in one part of Nigeria ravaging the country, you have another one in another part of the country. This person is another terrorist group has emerged from KB. Their name is Sai Malam, Fulani terrorist group. The only thing Northern Nigeria contributes to the country, Nigeria's economy, is terrorist group. Perhaps an award should be given to them as the region that specializes in producing terrorist groups, guys. These are the same people that will encourage Islamic schools, out of school children, Almajiris. The northern leaders, northern political leaders should really be ashamed of themselves. The Almajiris in the north, you don't see any group, any NGO that is working towards ending Almajiri in the north. You don't see any of those. No effort to end that kind of lifestyle. People will be giving birth to only for them to be on the street, begging from childhood till they grow, no skill, nothing. And then when they grow, they now become easy target for these terrorists to recruit. Then when they are recruited, the whole north is boiling, and it's affecting the south now, because even in the south, going to school now is a problem. You see that the government is saying schools should close earlier than it was supposed to be. The schools are said to be, those state government want to close, the children are to go for holiday earlier than the set time because of this kidnapping. And people are wondering, okay, even if they go for holiday 6 months, maybe they will still come back. If the terrorists want to kidnap, they will still come back after the children are back. So some parents are not happy with that move to send children away from school early, while some parents are saying precautionary measure needs to be taken, not when they've kidnapped. Now people will come out to start lambasting the governor. That is better. Let the children go on holiday and stay longer than it was supposed to be, just to make sure that they are safe from any plots to kidnap. But if you still think it now, children will come back. They will come back. And there are children preparing for WAEC, junior WAEC, and other exams. They are supposed to be in school to learn and get properly prepared. But because of terrorist groups operating in Nigeria, they will be going home to go and be learning alone at home, guys. And you know what that can lead to, And Okpebolo will have the guts to come out and say, even if they kidnap all of us, we'll still vote for Tinubu. Tinubu is going to get 3 million or 2.5 million votes. Even if they kidnap him and kidnap every other person in Edo State, the Edo State must... Guys, I don't know what happened to Edo people, that all the learned people in Edo, all the learned people is only Okpebolo you saw to keep in your government house. So court has summoned Kenneth Okonkwo to give evidence supporting his bribery allegation against Peter Obi. Guys, the battle is getting tough for Kenneth Okonkwo. He should just come. You can't come on a television because you are known to be a very good speaker. Kenneth Okonkwo knows how to speak. If it's that one, give him his flower. He knows how to, make his statement flow and just like weigh you off. As in, you'll be enjoying his rhetorics. That was exactly what he came to channels to do, and talk and cross boundaries without him knowing. Calling somebody scamming the people, criminal things he's doing in the ADC. He was in a hotel compiling it. Hey God. And Peter Obi saying, okay, come and just show your proof. I don't have much to say. If there is any evil I've ever committed, please come out and say it. Anything you know about me, come out. Peter Obi has given him that free invitation. It's not by going to channel and talk, the one you know and the one you don't know. Come and prove it. And now the court has finally invited him. That come in person. This one is not your lawyers writing this or that. Come in person and come with your evidence. Don't come empty-handed. With your evidence. Now, this police IG is Yaku. He's saying repentant terrorists and criminals will not be allowed into the police force. Now, after this news of, repentant terrorists being recruited into the military, the police is saying we will not allow them in the police force. So let's believe that the police will want to do the right thing, because it makes no sense recruiting terrorists, guys. I've not seen it even in the poorest of African countries. We've not heard that terrorists who fought against the states were recruited back into the system to fight who now? Are they going to fight against their fellow Boko Haram members? Or are they there to give intelligence? Guys, this country, when you think it, something is really building up. Just reason it. Somebody might be, it might not really be. We are looking at these terrorists, but we should really look beyond these terrorists. Somebody might be pressing a button. You know that the former retired general, the naval general, the Yoruba man who came on channels to say, talk about the government knows who are those funding terrorism in Nigeria. You know what he said? He said, as for Islamizing Nigeria, that it is settled, that the program has been programmed and it is being funded by well-known authorities. I mean, people who are financially sophisticated. He said it. He said, if Tinubu wants this country to stay in a good shape, it should divide. There's a Yoruba man speaking on Arise Channels television saying Tinubu should allow the country to be divided, except if he wants the country to be Islamized, that if he's for Islamization, that this country must fall for it. So you just try to connect the dots, as in terrorists, Boko Haram terrorists, who claim nobody knows their mind, though, because whether you repent or not, it's inside your mind. You can pretend for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years to be a repentant person, but you are still there fighting for a particular cause. So he was saying that this country is going to be Islamized, except Nigeria is divided. This came from a retired general. Some of you watched that video. He was on Channels television, not the video he made when he said the government knows who are sponsoring terrorism. After that video, he came. Now he's a VC in one of the private universities. You know, as a VC, he now made this. They invited him to, you know, on a Zoom call. That one was on a Zoom call. But the first one, he was in the studio. But this one is Zoom call where he said, as for Islamization, that he has made a lot of research and he has many information with him. He was one of the people who investigated terror suspects in Nigeria. And today he's retired. And we don't have people like him again who are so sincere to see this fight end. That's why you see it going the way it is going. The man has come out to say that if Tinubu wants to be fair to Nigeria, Tinubu should divide. You can imagine that coming from a retired Yoruba naval officer, guys. He was not just he was a commander. So he's not speaking from the point of lack of information. So he said Tinubu should do the country a favor and divide it. Can you imagine that? Now they want to bring in terrorists. Only that name, Repentant, will make you think they have changed. But it's not easy to erase that ideology they have in them. Guys, it is not easy. Ideology is very powerful. It's not easy to erase it. Now the police is saying, okay, we will not be taking them in the force. Let's hope that the Nigerian police will, you know, do the right thing. Maybe because the Nigerian police is being headed by a Yoruba man, and possibly, I don't know if he's a Christian, because it doesn't even make sense now whether he's a Yoruba man, because Tinubu is a Yoruba man and see what the country is being messed up. I mean, it's being messed up. Terrorists are just operating as if it was to be Buhari now, people will say, oh, it's Islamization. Tinubu, Buhari wants, what is happening now that Tinubu? It's even worse. The terrorists are gaining more ground. Sokoto did not fall under Buhari. Sokoto did not fall under Zamfara. Didn't fall for terrorists the way it is today under Buhari. But see, under Tinubu, even Katsina now is like a no-go area. Terrorists are being given money to go to Hajj, 10 million naira for each of the terrorist leaders, and the government wants to buy houses for them. And you think insecurity is going to end anytime soon? This one says Sunday Bowu, Iru Ekun operatives injured in gun battle with suspected cross-border bandits in Oyo Forest. Guys, can you see what is happening? This is a big fight. This is so they just took cover in the forest waiting for Sunday Bowu and his men. Thank God though that nobody died, guys. This is also like a very big signal being sent to Nigerians and to the security operatives, guys, that things are not looking all that good. Tinubu once protested and reported President Jonathan to U.S. Secretary of State Kerry under Obama, demanding urgent action against him. Today, any criticism of his own government is branded unpatriotic. The hypocrisy is loud. This man protested, he tweeted, he did all kinds of things. Jonathan really is really a leader, guys. You know, Jonathan.
Is increasing, they say so what? Unemployment is a cause. They say, yes, we know. Why are the people hungry? Is that let them face death. That is what is in Abuja of today. The current way of governance, let nation do the impossible. What it does, it makes poverty and the erosion of just society inevitable. We have gathered at this hour in this place to put an end to the national corruption and corruption. We have assembled here today to bring a new day, a new Nigeria, to our people. Today, the Nigerian people are decent and hardworking people. They are equally long suffering. They tolerate for too long. Just because they are long suffering does not mean they should be forced to suffer until death comes. We, our people, we've had enough of excuses. Our people.
So guys, you can see that's Tinubu back then. You know, that's him back then when it was Jonathan. And now that is his own turn. All the cries of Nigerians falling on deaf ears, he does not even care. I mean, he doesn't care. All that he's doing is just for himself. He doesn't care about what Nigerians are doing. This is how they brought Jonathan, they brought Obama's secretary then, and they ended up removing Jonathan. And since they removed Jonathan, how far, Nigerians? How far is the country? Has it gotten better? No, it hasn't. You know, things are rather getting worse under their leadership. They don't care about what Nigerians are going through. Today, if you talk, they will begin to prosecute you. You know? Now, this headline says, you only visited us during election period and abandoned us amid ongoing killing. Benue youth want Tinubu against coming to state for campaign, which is a nice message. I think Plateau State should do same. Taraba should do same. Nasarawa should do same. Adamawa, Kebbi State, Niger, where the terrorists are parading everywhere. Kebbi State has become another place. We don't used to hear Kebbi that much. But this time around, the terrorists have just taken advantage of that environment. So the Benue State people are saying, don't dare come to campaign. That you will not even mind us when we cry. Now, Reno Mokri has come out to say that proves Nigeria is more safe under Tinubu than 8 years ago. Can you imagine? This man just keep messing himself up. And now this Alex Babie, he even say God will punish him. Anyway, I don't support people saying God punishes somebody. But you can see what Reno Mokri said here. Makes no sense that Nigeria is safe. Now that people can't travel, you know, the terrorists will just empty their buses into the bush and kidnap them. They sleep with the women, mess people up. And some people have ended up being unalived. And this guy is saying that Nigeria is safe. I don't know. Now, terrorists have abducted 6 school people. This might be primary school children in Biningwari area of Kaduna State. 6 school pupils. So when you hear pupils, you should be thinking of primary school. And that is just what we are saying. Everywhere now, kidnapping is the most lucrative business for these terrorists. Man shares how he relocated from Nigeria to Canada in 2024, with his nursing degree and just purchased a brand new 2026 Toyota RAV4. Guys, this is to tell you that Nigeria is not working for Nigerians. If he had done this nursing and stayed back home, he would still be struggling with how much service their salary, you know, nursing salary. But see, he bought brand new. Guys, this must be applauded one day. This is nice to see a very young boy riding this kind of car, you know. It's nice to see. And he said, finally, nursing paid off. But if you were to be in Nigeria now, maybe 3 months they have not paid. You see, doctors want to go on strike. This is why many doctors are leaving Nigeria. You know, they are leaving Nigeria just because the working condition is something you can't write home about. And then the salary, how much are they even being paid? Guys, that is it. People prefer now to leave Nigeria and go for a better life elsewhere. I watched a woman today who was saying she has been living in the UK, and it will shock you to know that her classmates are still asking her for assistance. She said while she was in Nigeria, these her classmates were all educated more than her. Maybe her secondary school classmates, some of them went and became doctors and all that. But today she's in the UK working menial job, but she still has to send to some of her classmates. That's to tell you that, because the person interviewing her was asking her, don't they get pension? Say pension care in Nigeria. Is it the one that people will queue and they will be it's me that is adding this on. That wasn't actually what she added, but she was trying to say that people back home are going through a lot. You work, you don't really get the money. Then during your retirement, you still keep suffering. Even what is being given as retirement payment today, what can it afford you? With bag of rice costing how much? Look at the cost of living. A liter of oil is how much in Nigeria, even though oil prices have dropped, but in Nigeria, it's not reflecting. You know, so this person said, ladies and gentlemen, behold the vigilantes. These are the people using the military camouflage. But when they intercept it, they will say it's going to the south. Sorry, just because of the music, I would like to mute it. But what I'm just trying to show you guys here is that you see these guys. If anywhere this military camouflage is being intercepted, they'll tell you it's heading. You cannot see those ESN people begin to wear this because they will tell you they have their own uniform and all this. Me, I'm not in support of anything that is causing problem in any community. I don't support it, guys. I don't. But look at where are they getting all this military camouflage? Where are they getting it? And see them on the road waiting for a victim. Any vehicle coming now is going to fall victim in their hand, and they will take the person into the bush. This was how they kidnapped the late army general, the retired man that the terrorists kidnapped. He was going for a burial, and they intercepted him on the way like this, took him and the wife into the bush until he died there. The military only went to disrupt their circle after the man had died. Luckily, the wife was rescued. But you can imagine if that man had not died, by now he would still be in the terrorist den. The military will not go all out on these terrorists. Just looking at them here, with AI drones, you can actually see the location of these people. And then with air defense system, you can just, as in the Air Force can take away these people if they really want to. But in Nigeria, all these things are being pampered. And that's why we are seeing all this happening in the country. So guys, I'm going to end this live session here. Thank you so much for your time. Please do me a favor, support the channel by subscribing to the channel and turning on the bell notification for more updates. It's going to go a long way to help this channel. Actually, I wanted to play this video. Let's take a look.
For almost 3 years, and even in my comment section, many Nigerians keep asking, where did the subsidy money go? Well, a better question will be, who received it? Because while many Nigerians are busy protesting, arguing, insulting, blaming, and fighting each other over politics, something interesting happens every month. Governors are collecting money. Lots of it.
Lots.
And not one single governor has called a press conference to say, my allocation did not arrive this month. Not one. So let's stop looking for the money and let's follow it. Today, I'll start with the Southeast. So if you are from the southeastern part of Nigeria, this conversation is about our money. Not APC money, not Labour Party money, not ABGA money, our money.
Our money.
In December 2025 alone, the states in the Southeast received approximately 73.6 billion naira in 1 month. Not in 1 year, not in one administration, in 1 month. Abia State received approximately 15.3 billion naira. Anambra State received approximately 16.2 billion naira. Ebonyi State received approximately 11.5 billion naira. Enugu State received approximately 13.9 billion naira. Imo State received approximately 16.8 billion naira. And now, before you say that's normal, no. What's not normal is receiving this kind of money monthly and citizens not knowing what is being done with it. What's not normal is citizens knowing their awards won by their faves and not knowing how much allocation came to their states last month. What is not normal is citizens arguing about their favorite presidential candidates, but cannot tell how much allocations their governors receive. Now, are you aware that this money or these monies are separate from the security votes these same states still receive every month? We'll discuss security votes on another day. But for today, this is development money. Monies sent to run the states, money sent to build roads, to strengthen hospitals, to improve schools, to pay salaries, to create opportunities and jobs. And now, let's do the math. If approximately 73.6 billion naira was received in 1 month, then over 883 billion naira in 1 year, and over 2.6 trillion naira in 3 years. Now, let's be honest. I said over 2.6 trillion naira in 3 years. If over 2.6 trillion naira entered our region in the last 3 years, then why are we still complaining about basic things? Why are we still discussing hospitals, roads, schools, opportunities, jobs, like money never entered the system? Because if the federal government released it and the governors received it, but the citizens cannot see a connecting progress or a corresponding progress, then somewhere between allocation and reality, there is a story. And that story deserves answers, not emotions, answers. And before some of you will say, oh, the president should do something about it. Well, he already did. He increased and released the allocation. Need I remind you that the Constitution did not make the president the governor of Imo State, or Anambra, or Enugu, or Ebonyi, or Abia? Tomorrow, we'll move to another region, another set of allocations, another set of governors, another set of questions. And by the time we're done, many Nigerians will discover that the question is, or the question is not, where did the money go? The question is, and will remain, who received it and what did they do with it?
So guys, I just lack words sometimes when I look at the politics that is being played in Nigeria. Now, the first video I played here talking about the guy who cited an helicopter, he said all the governors have entered the APC, so they don't care about the masses. And that's exactly what it is. Once you join this APC, it appears to look like a cult or so. I don't know. When you join this party, there are certain things you don't speak against. You don't say the truth. You don't talk about the realities on ground. And that is just it. Ask Tinubu, where is the subsidy money? I give it to the governors every time. Ask the governors, where is the money? They can't say it. None of them is even being held accountable. And none of them deem it necessary to account to the people where they are directing the money to. We don't know what they are using the money for, honestly. You know, we don't know. We don't know. We are yet to know. And it's just because of that money that Tinubu was able to hold them to the center, because they believe if you come to the center, you get more money and be able to fund your project. Now you get more money. What are you doing with it? Is it really serving the interests of the people? You know, is it serving the interest of the people? You saw that recently, the Mathematics Olympiad of Nigeria, of the entire world, Nigeria has been delisted, removed because of lack of money. But Tinubu is funding governors, but can't fund project that has to do with education. You know, they cannot fund it. So many things. The spokesperson for the president has come out to say some ministers are funding their ministries from their pockets. What does that tell you? No money, but they tell us they are giving everything to the governors. And tell me, what is it? What special thing is your governor doing in your state with all the money Tinubu is giving to them? Tell me one special project. If not, Alex Oti is that governor that have stood out in the entire Nigeria now. Apart from him, what are they doing? Is it wicked that commissioned water that he couldn't drink? That's just to tell you how bad leadership has become in Nigeria. Now, there is this video of a South African sending a very powerful message, guys. I'm going to show you that video. I forgot to even feature it from the beginning because it has a very strong message to our politicians. She said it the way it is, and that's just the reality of what is happening today in Nigeria. She talking about the leaders, why South Africa is doing what it's doing to Nigerians is because there's that leadership gap, you know, there's that leadership gap that exists. Okay, this man was seen in court, you know, he appeared before the judge, and when he was asked for why the reasons behind his criminality, I don't know if he stole something or so. Guess what? He said it's Tinubu. Just listen. Even the lawyers were laughing. The man said he has his handwork. He's a busy person, but he went into the criminal act he went into because of Tinubu. He said, as in because of the hardship. That's what pushed him. But you know, it's not an excuse now. You cannot justify your acts, your evil acts, as if you are the only one in Nigeria. The hunger is biting on everybody. So, but he said it's because of Tinubu, and you could see everybody was to laugh. Oh my God. So, guys, I don't know what you make of this. This man linking his act to Tinubu's government as in being the cause of whatever he did, guys. It sounds so funny, but at the same time, it's really, really so powerful. Now, take a listen to this South African. This is a very nice video that I wouldn't want you to miss.
Come here. This video is for you. You have produced world-class doctors. You have produced world-class artists and innovators. You have taken the name Nigeria and placed it on the world map. But when are you going to produce a system that is strong enough to take away bad governance in Nigeria?
Powerful.
Each and every time they mention Nigerians, people say, hey, they're selling drugs, they are selling drugs. No one is talking about the 5,000 Nigerian doctors in South Africa. Each government hospital you go to in South Africa have got a Nigerian doctor in it. No one is talking about the 15,700 Nigerian doctors in the UK. No one even remembers the 8,000 to 12,000 doctors in the US. Every time they are selling drugs. If you are a Nigerian listening to me, you must know every country have got criminals, ne? So no one must intimidate you with that. Since people, they have failed to see those Nigerians that are selling Abantuana, what do you call it in Nigeria? Okrika. Yes, those Nigerians in South Africa that are selling Okrika. It's Nigerians who are selling it. It's Nigerians teach South Africans how to wear second-hand clothes. Yes. No one see that Nigerian pushing kwasa kwasa. Kwasa kwasa is white rice and stew in the trolley. No one see that Nigeria. No one see that Nigeria who is an Uber driver. The ones you always see is the ones selling drugs. Mina is not me who is going to tell a blind man he must see. Eh? Some people say they've never seen Nigerians who are working. Like I said before, I'm not going to force a blind man to see. But Nigerians, you guys, you must learn something from South Africans. Ne? How can a minister, yes, some week, he commissioned water that he cannot even drink? Hi, Baba. I see the other one, Okowa, the one for Delta State. He is asking the EFCC they must release his passport because he wants to travel outside for urgent medical attention. Baba, which attention? There is no hospital in Nigeria. Ganja, you were governor. You never built a hospital in Delta State. Which hospital are you going to, my brother? Who built the one that you are going to? Same politicians like you. So you love to go and enjoy that one they built nicely, but you cannot build it in your place. Real. Have you seen South African politicians running to other countries for medical attention? Never. They do it in their country. When are you guys going to produce a system that is strong enough to take away bad governance? The problem, yes, you guys, you talk too much, but no action.
Honest.
You must learn from South Africans. Even the devil, you can learn from them. Me, I learn from Delilah. I've got 50 lessons from Delilah. You must learn the way these people, they unite and stand together. Even whatever they are doing is making sense or it never makes sense, they still unite together. But you Nigerians, you allow tribalism, selfishness to come in between you. You see someone is saying the truth that this thing is not working. But because that person in that position is from your place, you're gonna say white is black. You guys, the government is your problem. You've placed your name on important places, but the government, they are robbing you guys. They rob you guys. Shame. They rob you guys. When are you gonna stand up and fight for your rights? The way South Africans, they're fighting for their rights. Yes. Yes. You see, it started with Jacinta. Then Fakeli, he entered. Then Easyway entered. Now the Labour people, they entered. Everyone is coming out because the agenda is that they want foreigners out. That is the agenda. So they all have common goal. But in Nigeria, someone is saying, this government is not doing well, it must go. You see a group from nowhere, useless group, to come and oppose it. Why?
Guys, you heard the message. People like Wike. Have you even seen the video where Wike commissioned water he couldn't drink? Guys, these people, they take us for granted so much. I mean, they really take us for granted. They don't care. Wike commissioned water that himself he cannot drink. That has a lot of message to give to the people. You know, there's this way they look at us. There's this way they look at us. How can you commission water that you yourself you wouldn't want to drink? And tomorrow you tell us how much you spent. If they tell you how much budget now they spent on that water, you will not believe it. Wike knows how to call money. Look at the International Conference Center he renovated. You know how much he said he used there. How much has that center now made? How much revenue have they created from that center? That's how they waste government money, waste public funds.
Nigerians, so this morning, today's date is the 25th of June, 2026, in the morning, around 3 a.m. this morning. Terrorists, aka bandits, they attack Sayaya community. This Sayaya community, they're under Matazu local government area of Katsina State. Nigerians, you know the story. If they hide them, the English Alhaji will bring them out. The federal government of bandit media no go tell me these things. But like I always tell you, I got your back. As they hide them, Alhaji will bring them out. So, at 3 a.m. this morning, terrorists, aka bandit, they enter Saya community. They go house to house. So, according to my findings, is their house to house on they go on for like 3 days now. They call them Operation Gida Gida. Gida Gida in English means house to house. For Hausa, that be Gida Gida. So this operation when they go on for 3 days. Now, when they come to your house, anything where you get for house, phone, food, home appliances, and cattle, anything, they go carry. Failure to do so, they unalive you. Like, you no bring anyone, they're gonna unalive you. So they go on this operation. Today make it the 3rd day. So this operation started on the 22nd, right? 24th, 22nd, 3rd, 24th, no, second, third. So it started on the 23rd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Today is the 3rd day. So we are going house for house. You know, when they come to your house, bring your phone. Home appliances. You get speaker, you get television, anything you get, bring her outside. You know, you go bring your cattle. You know, you bring your food stuff, anything, so that they will take and go. So this morning, I believe say these ones where they're on alive today, the 7 people where they're on alive this morning are the ones we don't get those things to offer. Because they don't get, they unalive them. 7 of them were unalive this morning. Now the burial ceremony be this after they have left. So this is the burial ceremony. I just have to crop the bodies out, you know, policies no go allow me to put the whole body here. Maybe they not come they strike my page. So if you want to see the body, go to my Telegram. If you are new on this my channel, I don't have the link to my Telegram. If you're watching from Facebook, you go under the comment section of this video, you'll find the link to my Telegram there. Click is going to take you to my Telegram. If you're watching from Instagram, you go to my bio. The link to my Telegram is on my bio. Go there and you see how they unalive these 7 people, and today they buried them.
Sad news. Guys, that is our Nigeria falling for terrorism. The terrorists boldly go from house to house now, put their demand forward. If you don't meet it, you are going. The worst part is these villages, you know, many of them don't even have presence of police agent, security agents, you know. They are just left to face their ordeal like that. So the terrorists have free hand moving from one place to another, putting their demand forward. That's how they went to KB, and now they've put the marriage cap for children. Once you are 15, you have to be married off. And the bride price is 1,500 naira. And there is no outrage. Even the northerners themselves, no outrage. The government itself, no outrage. Nobody is talking, guys. Nobody is talking. Sometimes when you see some of these headlines, you'll be thinking it's not happening, but it's the reality. It's the reality. The other day, they were going from mosque to mosque, preaching their extremism, not the normal message again, preaching their extremism, because they want people to believe in them and join them. Terrorists all over the places, and their interest will be in the southeast. You know, the interest of the Nigerian military is in the southeast. That's why nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment without the judge telling the security agents where exactly, or the correctional center officials. The judge didn't tell them it must be Sokoto. All of a sudden, they headed nnamdi Kanu for Sokoto. People were wondering why Sokoto of all places. Why Sokoto? It's like they see him as an enemy. They've captured him. Let him be under them. Guys, there is no fairness in this country. Somebody who have not killed, had not maimed, had not done, has not even been seen with gun. But look at the terrorists they've unalived 7 persons now in the presence of others, so that people will learn. Putting fear in the communities. But if even they arrest these people, do you think they are going to face anything? No. They are going to be let scot-free, possibly in the name of repentant terrorists, and be left to go back to the society. Guys, this country is going down, as in, we don't have leaders.
So imagine, I just spent 10 minutes making a video at 9 a.m. today, knowing that I have a lot of work, but I was into it. I said, God, please, now that you brought back my desire again, let me paint. Go to sleep by 9 o'clock. I wake up this morning. I said I will wake up later on, but my phone rings. And when I look at my WhatsApp, I see a message from my landlord. Now, mind you, when I moved to Nigeria the first time, I lived in Ikoyi, and my rent was 2.5 million, right? It was a fantastic deal. The exterior of the house wasn't, but I made it inside my little safe haven. Now, they had a JV, right? So we had to move. I struggled very hard to find a place. I finally found one that was big enough to carry both my studio and my home. Cool. The problem now is the bill was way higher than what I was used to. It was 8 million. I said, whew. But the problem also was They did not want 1 year rents because landlords in Nigeria now in Lagos have decided that no, they must suck your blood at the end of the day. So they asked for 2 years rent, apart from 10% legal fee, 10% caution fee, and 10% lawyer agency fee. Yeah, pay for 2 years. Come. Now there were some little things I noticed at the beginning of me getting this the expiration of my 2 years rents. My landlord decides to send me a bill saying, listen, this is the new increase 2 months before. He went from 8 million, which was already high, because God knows it's not just rents. It is abnormal, the amount of rent in Lagos. No problem. Now, I will say, okay, let me move to the mainland. But guess what? My work, it will affect my work, and I cannot be spending hours in traffic. What do you think the new rent is? He went from 8 million to 14.5 million. And I'm like, what? Out of my sleep, I woke up and I called him. And of course, out of vexation and confusion at this point, I'm like, and then I start crying because me, like I always say, I cry when I'm happy or when I cannot beat somebody up or say what I want to say, because this is how it is. People pinch you, people beat you, and then they tell you not to cry, and they tell you how to cry, and they tell you words. Finally, I had to get my lawyer involved because clearly it wasn't going anywhere with my landlord, you know. Finally spoke to him and everything. He now says, listen, okay, let's do 12 million. I spoke to my lawyer. I said, see, because of the way the economy is, like everything I work for cannot be going into rent. Please talk to him that this rent is made for at least 2 years. It cannot be increased every goddamn year. He said, I don't know what happened, but anyway, now had to struggle to make the balance of the rent, which 8 million was already high. Now we are 12 million. This morning, I wake up to the message from him. Let me read you this message, because at this point, maybe God is trying to tell me that I should just fix my life in a different way. Look at this message. Good morning, Wendy. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Your rent will be expiring in 2 months and some days from now. I decided not to add on your own consideration as an increment, bearing in mind that 2-bedroom flats are now 12 million in that neighborhood, 4-bedroom duplex with BQ like the one you're...
So guys, I decided to feature this video because Tinubu's wife came out to say people should be frying akara, people should be selling kuli, and people should be selling, what else again did she mention? You know, just mini things. Like, there are people who can be fine with that. But when you look at the way Lagos is going under the leadership of Tinubu, see, they are forcing people to go into bad things. I mean, this lady now, she's saying her main reason for living there is just because she doesn't want to be caught up in traffic. We all know how Lagos traffic used to be. And she just wants to be close to where she works. But see, can you imagine somebody paying 12 million a year for just a house rent, other expenses not involved? She said there are other 10% of whatever she still has to pay. But let's just talk about the rent. This to tell you that, see, the APC leadership has nothing good for you guys. People who are supporting this party, sometimes I don't even know if they think this party will push Nigeria. This lady said not for somebody to have mental health issue with this kind of news coming from the landlord. It can make somebody go to bed, you can't sleep. Because she has, from the way she's talking, you can feel how she feels. Guys, being in Nigeria now, it's tough. And Bayo Ononuga came out to say that he does not even sense the suffering people are talking about. That the way he see people living, he can't see, he cannot sense it, he can't feel The level of suffering, people come online to complain that people are living good under the Tinubu's government. Guys, see, this coming election, you must make up your mind that this Nigeria must be fine. Because if Tinubu comes back, people have said it, if Tinubu comes back, many people will go to jail. If Tinubu comes back, he's going to monopolize power in Nigeria. Tinubu is going to be the one to decide. Even if he's not in Aso Rock after the next tenure, assuming he gets in there, see, whosoever is going to come after him, Tinubu will be the one to decide. Tinubu will run Nigeria like Lagos. You see, that is what should really bother you. And they don't care about the welfare of the Nigerian people. That is why you need to go get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. I don't think it's too much demand, guys. If you really want a country, you can call yours. Just go and get your own PVC so that you can decide the fate of this country going forward. You could see this lady. She's like running mad over the message that she got from her landlord. But this is the daily experience of many Nigerians. Now, the CBN directs banks to freeze assets of 6 terror financing suspects and 4 BDCS. That's Bureau de Change operators in Nigeria, strengthening anti-terror financing enforcement across Nigeria. Guys, my problem with this CBN is it was until the US gave these names. The Tinubu's government, we don't even know what we are doing in this country. The EFCC has been hijacked to fight politicians in opposition. I don't even know, the DSS, what are they doing? They don't find these financiers. They don't investigate. They don't try to know who is financing terror. Why are we not winning the war against terrorism in Nigeria? It was until the US released this name. Last time, it was the UAE that released the names of terror financiers. And the government did nothing. Malami and Buhari swept that list under the carpet. And then Tinubu came in. People were saying, why not bring the list? Or why not bring? But should anybody even remind Tinubu to act on that list? Nobody should have reminded Tinubu. And then we finally heard they mention names that we didn't even know were in the list, as in some strange names. And now the US is the one putting forth these names now. The Nigerian government, now CBN, has said, okay, freeze their accounts and all that. The question remains, where was Nigerian government, or where has Nigerian government been when all these people have been financing terror? Many of them are still based in Nigeria. I think one of them, they said, is even based in Lagos. I mean, having so many offices of Bureau de Change of operation. And they are funding terrorism from anywhere, together with their foreign counterparts. The US released this name. Now Nigeria can act after US has released name. Guys, I don't know what our agencies are doing. We have intelligence gathering agencies. We have EFCC. All these ones are going to campuses and busting out on students saying they are doing Yahoo Yahoo. But the real investigation that the EFCC is supposed to be looking into, they are not doing it. Now, this person said vigilante group and INEC staff. You see, these were the bandits that were said to be vigilante group by the Nigerian police officers. And then these are people who snatch the buses during elections. This is what we have seen under the APC-led government, where vigilante groups were carrying sophisticated guns and wearing military camouflage. Now, troops rescue 53 hostage, recover 8 vehicles after dismantling ISWAP roadblock in Borno. Guys, this is another second news in 1 week, of releasing victims. Last 2 days was 47 persons released from terrorist enclave. Now we have 53, and then also vehicles were also, recovered in this one now, guys. That's to tell you how many Nigerians are in captivity all over Nigeria. It will shock you to know that thousands of Nigerians are being held at different locations by terrorist organizations. And we have a government that is sleeping on top of all these things, looking for second term, wanting Nigerians to use their votes to vote for them. Anyway, they are not waiting for your vote. INEC is there, judiciary is there. So they are not even waiting for you to vote for them.
Yes, we are in a country where some people's lives are more special than other people's life. For who going on here, then key person yesterday, being the 24th of June. Today now, senior one man where they go in own way, where they find waiting in go eat. How many people stop him?
They shoot the man. The gun no enter. They shoot the man tire. Na bullet cause all these things. The former governor of Ebonyi State. Na bullet. See, senior man.
They too tired.
What do you do?
I not do anything.
They shoot you gun.
They shoot me gun.
You no enter.
They bust my tire.
Hey!
The two side.
The former governor of Ebonyi State. Because say you they pass for road. Car block you. Your army people, they shoot this man. They shoot the man. The gun no enter. Damn. Look at it. These things are proof.
Yeah,
bullet. Then they crack the gun to shoot you. The gun no enter. They focus on for car. This is a country where it's like some people's life are more special than other people's life. For Ugo Maria, life. Governor, former governor for Ebonyi State, Devumai, in convoy they pass because this car, people where they go walk because they block road. They want to. Hey!
That is APC leadership, dictatorship kind of leaders that we have. Serious flood at Command Bridge, Alimosho, following yesterday rainfall. This Lagos, everywhere has been flooded. Yesterday, people shared images of dustbin on roads in Lagos State. I think the Lagos State government really has to attend to some of the criticism coming from people. Now, this person here say, "Dear Soludo, why waste money on a second airport? Obiano built Anambra Airport in Umweri. The whole design of the airport is yet to be completed. And Soludo is building second one instead of talking about how to upgrade electric with power generating plants, giving key cities like industrial cities like Onitsha a modern deserving phase. We have a serious problem. So we don't know why Soludo want to go and build second airport, guys. You know, when they want to eat money, they will start going for projects. You know, they will start building projects that nobody sent them. Obiano build an airport that has not been finished. Soludo now is going for a second one. Of all the projects, look at the road Soludo is doing in Anambra. One rain that will fall will be wiping up all the road. Now he wants to go and build airport. He couldn't even build solid roads. He wants to build airport. This is the problem with leadership in Nigeria. Nobody would have believed that Soludo would be this kind of governor. I mean, Soludo, a professor for that matter, somebody who has led the CBN, that commands so much respect from Nigerians. Now he was given just governorship, and tomorrow he wants to become president, in case you don't know. That's why he thinks supporting Tinubu is going to bring him to, maybe he's going to be the deputy of anybody who is going to run after Tinubu leaves office. Guys, this is it. A whole Soludo. Look at even the security outfit with Dogachi. They've been causing a whole lot of havoc. The way they arrest people, intimidate people, shoot at people, do all kinds of things to people. You'll be wondering, could it be, I don't know how a professor, if we are supposed to have any best governance in Nigeria among the governors, it should have come from Soludo, somebody who is a professor. I don't think there's any other professor or governor in Nigeria currently. I think Soludo, for me, I don't know if there's any other governor who is a professor. So somebody who is well-read is doing all this. Now he wants to go and build a airport, while there's another airport that Obiano built that has not been properly done. You know? Talking about another airport in Anambra State, while they were saying he would have channeled that money to a kind of maybe solar generating source like Alex Oti did in Abia State. There's power now. People who are building shoes can build shoes. Those that are into cloth making can make without companies relocating to, you know, to the state, to Abia State, just because of that power. Instead of Soludo to copy, just copy. It's allowed today to copy the templates that you've seen working for others. Just copy what Alex Oti is doing. Be humble. Don't say me a professor. After all, Alex Oti also attends something that is even more than being a professor. Somebody that has MD banks and all that, you know. Alex Otia is doing well. Just copy his template in Abia State and replicate it in Anambra for the good of our Igbo. But Soludo is not doing that. He's busy dancing around with the APC governors. You saw him in Abakaliki, where he told the people, don't vote for Peter Obi, vote for Tinubu, that Igbos have to be at the center. Can you imagine? He's not even an APC member. But he left his state that day to go and campaign for Tinubu in Ebonyi State. Sometimes, I don't know, I'm happy to see that this biscuit company is coming back into existence in Kwara State. I just hope that the terrorists will not disrupt the activities here, because many of the places in Kwara State are under siege by these terrorists. Insecurity, liberalize gun ownership for self-defense. Ex-NBA chairman urges federal government allow people to own guns so that if they are traveling on the road, they can feel a bit secure. This was the moment Sheikh Gumi said the government knows every terrorist by name and by location. Sheikh Gumi. Tinubu knows wherever they are. Sheikh Gumi has said he doesn't go alone to negotiate. Once he's going, he takes security officers, security agents along. He takes some key people so that you don't say, only me know. And he said when he gets to the village, he goes to the king or to the Oba or to the leader, the traditional ruler of that community, and speak to them before heading to the forest. So he said he's not the only one who knows where these terrorists are. The federal government knows them by name.
The government knows every terrorist by name and by location. I don't go yellow. I don't go to the terrorists alone. I call the police, I call the security, everybody. I will go to the MES or that place. In fact, when we went to one terrorist, I went even with women with me. Into the bush. The minute you didn't see it before the camera was not concentrated on it.
You want to use insecurity to get rid of me. I'm a very stubborn politician.
The government knows every terrorist by name and by location. I don't go yellow.
He's a very stubborn politician.
I don't go to the terrorists alone. I call the police, I call the security, everybody. I will go to the MES or that place. In fact, when we went to one terrorist, I went even with women with me. Into the bush. The minute you didn't see it before the camera was not concentrated on it.
You want to use insecurity to get rid of me. I'm a very stubborn politician.
So Tinubu is seeing insecurity as if it's targeted at him. While Buhari was there, the insecurity, anyway, you said you are Buhari, Buhari is you. That you are going to do what Buhari is, you are going to start from where Buhari stopped. Instead of Commander-in-Chief, we have Certificate Forger-in-Chief, Aisha Yusuf Blast Tinubu. So guys, that is it for this live session. This is a music, but I wouldn't want to play. So we already know that Nigerian soldiers reject new plan to deploy repentant terrorists into the military. But sadly, today we have news that about 40 of them are ready to join the military. They just will have to do their medical examination before, whatever. Nigerians keep attacking the wife to Tinubu for saying start akara, kuli or roasted corn business. Olu Remi Tinubu tells poor Nigerians, says 3 billion has been spent empowering vulnerable citizens. Nigerians are yet to see where the money went to, guys. They keep telling us they are spending for us, but we don't know where the money is going to. She said she has donated billions, and this person is even calling her a witch. God. Now, despite billions budgeted for education, Nasarawa students learn in roof leaking, dilapidated classroom. The same person who came out to say that Peter Obi could not fight against insecurity, that's the governor of Nasarawa State. But you can see his own state. He can't even, allow education to foster there. This person say, choose your leaders wisely. Peter Obi is a visionary leader. Why they give you Tinubu's bread? Peter Obi gives laptop, empowers students, goes to School of Nursing and the rest of it to make sure education thrives in Nigeria. So guys, let's draw the curtain at this point. Thank you for your time. Let's meet in my next live session. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification for more updates. And also give this video a like so that YouTube can push it out for more people to subscribe. Thank you for your time. See you in my next live session. And please do have a good day today. Bye.